Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third annual Lucky to Be in Leadership. I am Jen Anderson. I am a speaker, author, coach, and I am here to help you to build yourself up to be an awesome leader so that you can connect better with your people, get along better with them, and also help your team to get along better with others in the company as well. And so today, what I wanted to do was to take you through the acronym of Lucky and share with you 5 different ways that show that you are lucky to be in leadership. So let's get into it. So L stands for the labels that we're putting on our people. So we have some unconscious as well as conscious biases that a lot of us may or may not be aware of. But what happens is we tend to put labels on the people that work for us. And we do it, unfortunately, and in some ways it's going to really stop from helping those people to progress. But also what happens is it can negatively affect that collaboration that you're looking to have, because with those labels, it can actually turn people off and send them in opposite directions. So one thing you can do for yourself as a leader, stop and say, am I labeling my people, right? Just ask yourself that question and see what comes forward from you, from your heart, and see if there's something where you realize, wow, okay, I need to work on those labels I'm putting on my people, okay? And it could be good labels, could be bad labels, right? Or what you might think is a good label may not be good. So just stop and take some time to look at that, okay? Because one thing that we do as leaders is that we are lucky to be in leadership. We are lucky to have this opportunity to evaluate and to consider what can we do better, right? Okay, so L is for lucky. All right, of lucky, L is labels. Okay, in you, these are the unsaid things that really need to be said. Let's just sit with that for a second, all right? What is something that is unsaid that you know that you really, really want to say? Maybe there's that compliment that you've been really meaning to give to somebody in the team. Maybe you were kind of off-putting in a meeting and maybe it's time for an apology and it has gone unsaid for far too long. Or it could be a lot of other different things, but what is something that is unsaid? Stop and look at that for yourself and think, wow, is there something that's unsaid that I really want to change and improve that's going to help me to really connect better with my people? Okay, so the U in lucky is unsaid. C is compassion. Now, I am super excited about my new book that's been published, Call for Compassion. This is all about building compassionate leaders for more collaborative workplaces. Let me tell you what I mean by compassion and how I look at the definition, which is a deep awareness of the suffering of another. So not just being somewhat aware of somebody's suffering, but a deep awareness. As a leader, how can you truly have a deep understanding of somebody else's suffering? Right? Like, it's impossible to truly 100% know what somebody else is going through, right? Because they are who they are, just like you are who you are. Like your own suffering, nobody else can 100% know and understand what that is, all right? However, as you build really strong relationships with people, you can really become more and more aware, and therefore with that deeper understanding, have a more deep awareness of really what is going on for them in that suffering that they're experiencing. So one great way to do that is to have effective one-on-one meetings. And so if you haven't gotten my call for compassion yet, get a copy of this. I talk about one-on-one meetings in here, as well as other ways that you can be a more compassionate leader. And there's also bonus resources that come along with this to help you with having effective one-on-one meetings. So that is going to help you for sure. The K in lucky is kindness. Now, kindness is defined as the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. So you might be thinking, well, I'm friendly, I'm nice to people, I say hi, right? I'm generous, if they need some time from me or whatever, I give them that time, or maybe they need an extra day off or like a little break or something. I do the things and I'm considerate, I try to think about who they are. That's great. Those are wonderful. Those are all really, really good things, okay? Or maybe you're not doing great in one of those different areas. So stop and think about that for yourself. Again, to be a lucky leader, to embrace that kindness. And so are you being friendly? Are you being generous? And are you being considerate? And can you improve in any of those areas? And I will leave you with this. Just because you're kind doesn't mean people need to walk all over you. Okay? Don't let them walk all over you. You can have boundaries and still be kind. I promise you can. Okay? And the Y in lucky is yesterday to be evaluated. All right? So what I mean by that is stop at the end of the day and think about, okay, in this last day, what is something I've learned from that didn't go well that I don't want to continue to repeat? Or what is something that went well that I do want to see us repeating again and again and again? A lot of times I see happens for leaders is they get crazy going so fast as they stop or they forget to stop and evaluate how are we doing, right? Like in the last day or two, what's something that's gone well and how can we repeat that? And if we don't stop and take that time and just kind of pause for a second, then time goes by and you forget what happened, okay? And so that's why it's really important to evaluate your yesterdays and to really say, okay, wow, what's going on? What's something I learned and what's something that could be better and what's something that we want to continue to do again and again. All right, my friends, those are 5 ways that are going to help you to be lucky in leadership. Watch your labels you're putting on your people. What are the unsaid things? Having compassion, showing kindness with boundaries, and yesterday being evaluated. I want to leave you with this quote from Seneca, and he says this: luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And so as you are somebody who's really thinking, wow, I really need to ramp up how I'm doing as a leader, get in touch with me. Let's talk about some coaching to help you so you can get some great preparation. So when those opportunities come your way to grow and to develop in your role, you will be ready to meet it. Thanks so much, my friends, for joining me for the 3rd annual Lucky in Leadership. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.